Other than that, I'm in good shape.
Home Alone is an American Christmas comedy movie that appeared on the screens in 1990. The film has been a family cinema classic for more than 30 years and an important part of Christmas holidays, along with a Christmas tree and candy canes. In this video, we're going to tell you how everyone's favorite Christmas comedy was filmed and what happened to the actors after the movie. What happened to the actors of Home Alone? The idea for the film script came to John Hughes in 1989 during the filming of the movie Uncle Buck starring Macaulay Culkin. The scene where Culkin's character communicated with another character through the mail slot inspired the screenwriter to create a film with the blonde boy in the lead role. But John came up with the main plot of the movie later, during a real family trip to Europe. While making a list of things necessary for the trip, he wondered, what could have happened if one of the children had stayed at home? Hughes began to explore this idea, and as a result, he wrote the script of everyone's favorite comedy. John Hughes also became the producer of the film, and the director was Chris Columbus, who was in a desperate situation at that time. Columbus has repeatedly thanked Hughes in interviews for actually bringing him back to cinematography. By the way, after receiving this new career start, the director was later entrusted with creating the world of magic and sorcery in the first two Harry Potter films. It took the creators of Home Alone a long time to find a suitable house. Eventually, they found it in the village of Winnetka, Illinois. It was an ordinary American house. It looked perfect on the outside, but on the inside, it was too small to fit the film crew. So the indoor scenes that we see on the screen were filmed in a newly erected house right inside the gym of a local abandoned school. There they also built the aircraft cabin set, and film crew worked in other rooms. Interestingly enough, the movie Angels with Filthy Souls, which Kevin watched, was filmed specifically for Home Alone and was not a real movie, as many thought, including Macaulay Culkin. Also, Buzz's girlfriend in the photo was not a girl, but a disguised boy. They did this to avoid offending any real girl. Initially, no one expected that the movie would be so successful. Warner Brothers even shut down the project, considering it a failure, but the bosses of the 20th Century Fox studio turned out to be much smarter. This gamble paid off well. Home Alone, with a budget of $18 million, grossed more than $476 million worldwide. Though initially, after being released on Thanksgiving Day, along with the obviously successful Rocky V, the film received devastating reviews from critics who called it a ridiculous comedy. However, the figures spoke for themselves. Home Alone beat its rivals in the box office week after week. By the time the film was out of theaters, it was the third highest grossing film in the world, and also entered the Guinness Book of Records as the highest grossing American comedy of all time. In 1992, the sequel Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, was released. In total, it grossed $359 million at the global box office. For the filming of the second film, they needed a luxury hotel, and the Plaza Hotel, owned by Donald Trump, was the best option. The businessman agreed to the filming, but in exchange, he demanded a role in the movie. This is how they came up with the character who pointed Kevin the right way.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Later, there were other sequels but with a different cast. However, none of them could repeat the success of the first two films. Now we're going to tell you more about the actors who played the key characters of the film and how their lives turned out. Macaulay Culkin. The main star of the cult comedy was born into a large family of failed actor Christopher Culkin, who tried his best to make his children celebrities, and Macaulay showed the greatest promise. Even before Home Alone, the boy starred in several films, one of which is Uncle Buck. As already mentioned, the script of the film Home Alone was written specifically for Macaulay Culkin, but Chris Columbus still held a casting among hundreds of boys. Macaulay's main competitor was actor Jeffrey Weissman. Though he didn't get the role of Kevin, he played a minor role as a neighbor boy. Culkin did a great job playing Kevin and became famous all over the world. For the role in the first movie, he received $100,000, and for the sequel, his fee was increased to $4.5 million. After that, the boy received a lot of roles in other films and got paid huge sums of money. $1 million for a role in My Girl, $5 million for the thriller The Good Son, and the movies Getting Even with Dad and Richie Rich earned him $8 million each. As a result, Macaulay Culkin got into the Guinness Book of Records as the highest paid child actor. This was not enough for the father of the young actor, who was also the boy's manager. He demanded more and more money and made unbelievable demands, and this led to the fact that the boy stopped receiving movie offers. Culkin himself was tired of acting. He wanted a normal childhood. The boy hardly ever socialized with his peers because few people could understand what it was like to be a worldwide celebrity. Macaulay's best friend was Michael Jackson, who also became famous at a young age. The young actor starred in the music video of the Pop King, went on tour with him, defended him in court, and even became the godfather of Jackson's 3 children. As an adult, Macaulay was not able to fulfill his potential as successfully as in childhood, and this led to depression and drug use. Kevin's fans watched in horror as Culkin was ruining his life. Fortunately, the guy overcame his problems and was able to return to the cinema. His latest successful work includes a role in the TV series American Horror Story. In addition to that, he formed a cover band and started a podcast on YouTube. After an unsuccessful marriage with actress Rachel Miner and a failed relationship with Mila Kunis, which almost led the actor to suicide, his personal life has also improved. Today, he is happily married to actress Brenda Song, and together they are raising their son, Dakota. In 2018, Culkin starred in a Google ad in which he repeated the famous scenes from Home Alone. And after that, many assumed that the actor would appear in the 6th sequel, but this did not happen.
Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara is a Canadian-American actress, screen actor, and director who started out by voicing cartoons. Before appearing in the Christmas comedy as Kevin's mother, the actress starred in the Oscar-winning film Beetlejuice, which became her first serious work. After 2 Home Alone movies, the actress was mostly known for this role, although she kept acting in other projects. The restart of her career took place in 2015, thanks to the main role in the series Schitt's Creek. For this work, Catherine received more awards than for all the previous ones: a Golden Globe, an Emmy, and an Actors Guild Award. Today, the filmography of the actress already exceeds 100 movies. Nevertheless, she continues to act in movies and voice cartoons. Catherine's personal life also turned out well. She's been happily married to the production designer Bo Welsh for almost 30 years. The couple has 2 sons, Matthew and Luke.
Hi.
Hi. Are you Mr. McAllister?
Yeah.
The Mr. McAllister who lives here?
Yes.
Oh, good, because somebody owes me $122.50.
John Hurd. American theater and film actor John Hurd began his career in the Chicago theater. Before appearing in Home Alone as the father of the main character, John's filmography already numbered about 40 works, among which the most successful films, Beaches, Big, and Awakenings. Nevertheless, the role of Peter McAllister brought him worldwide fame. Since the late 1990s, Hurd has mostly starred in TV series, the most famous of which was The Sopranos. In this series, the actor played a corrupt policeman and received an Emmy nomination for this role. John Hurd was married 3 times. The first marriage with actress Margot Kidder lasted only a few months. After the divorce, he had a relationship with another actress, Melissa Leo, who gave birth to his son, John Matthew. But during the filming of Home Alone, the actor was already married to Sharon Hurd. The marriage lasted for 8 years, and they had 2 children, Maxwell John and Anika Rose. John's 3rd wife was Lana Pritchard, but this marriage lasted only 7 months. And by the end of 2010, the actor became single again. In 2016, a tragedy struck. At the age of 22, his son Maxwell died, and 6 months later, in July 2017, the actor's life was also cut short. The cause of death was a heart attack that occurred a few days after undergoing back surgery.
Merry Christmas.
Joe Pesci. American actor and singer Joe Pesci, before appearing in Home Alone, was already incredibly popular. His filmography included many outstanding works, such as Raging Bull, Lethal Weapon 2, and Goodfellas. For the role in the latter, he received an Oscar. The role of the villain in Home Alone was originally offered to Robert De Niro and Jon Lovitz, but both refused it. After Joe Pesci's approval for the role of Robber Harry, the actor did as much as possible to get into the character. Off the set, he avoided Culkin in every possible way so that the boy was actually afraid of him. And once during rehearsal, Pesci went too far. When he was supposed to pretend to bite the child's finger, he actually bit him, leaving him a scar to remember, but it was worth it. The acting in this scene was top-notch. Joe continued to show his talent and skill even after the release of the sequel, his outstanding performance in the crime drama Casino. But in 1998, for his role in the film Lethal Weapon 4, Joe was unexpectedly nominated for the Golden Raspberry Anti-Award, after which he announced his retirement, but returned to the cinema 8 years later. During his hiatus, he didn't give a single interview. In 2019, after a lot of persuasion, the actor agreed to star in The Irishman, which was awarded 10 Oscar nominations, one of which was awarded to Pesci for Best Supporting Actor. Perhaps the actor decided to end his career for good on that high note because he stopped acting after The Irishman. Today, Pesci devotes most of his life to music, which was his passion since childhood. Joe was married 3 times. He has a daughter, Tiffany, who, according to some reports, suffers from a mental disorder and has to live in a specialized clinic.
It's Santa Claus and it's Elf.
Daniel Stern. American actor Daniel Stern dreamed of this career since childhood and successfully achieved it. He made his film debut in 1979. He played a lead role in Breaking Away, which won the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture. In the Christmas comedy Home Alone, Stern was approved for the role of the burglar Marv from the very beginning, but by the time of filming he refused, as he was not satisfied with the fee. Then the filmmakers offered this role to Daniel Roebuck, but in the process of filming, the director realized that Roebuck and Pesci didn't have the chemistry together and literally begged the producer to take Stern for this role, and it was worth it. It should be noted that the role of the dim-witted burglar was the best of his career. The successful works of the actor, released later, include the roles in the comedies Bushwhacked and Very Bad Things. Since the 2000s, Daniel starred in movies less frequently, preferring to work as a director and screenwriter. As for his personal life, the actor is a true family man. Back in 1980, he married Laura Matos, and they had 3 children. Their son, Henry, became a California senator, which Daniel is incredibly proud of. Today, Stern makes sculptures. It was his passion since youth, but he hasn't stopped acting and still appears in movies.
Kevin, you walk out of here, you sleep on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, with me.
Kieran Culkin. The role of Fuller, Kevin's cousin, was the debut for the youngest among the actors of Home Alone. Kieran is the brother of the lead actor. He appeared in the movie thanks to his father, who set the filmmakers a condition that Macaulay would play Kevin only if there was a role for Kieran. At the time of filming, the boy only was 7 years old, and he didn't even understand what Home Alone was about. He was even more surprised when he saw at the premiere that his older brother Macaulay was a real star and the main character of the movie. It's worth noting that after the release of Home Alone, Kieran's career was more successful than that of his famous brother. The boy's father and manager didn't have high hopes for his younger son and didn't dispute the terms of contracts, as in the case of Macaulay, so he got more roles. The real breakthrough came when Kieran played the lead role in the drama The Mighty with Sharon Stone. The actor was nominated 3 times for the Golden Globe Award, and he received 2 of these nominations thanks to the TV series Succession, the first season of which was released in 2018. The actor is still starring in the series to this day. Kieran's personal life is also going well. In 2013, he married Jazz Chardon. They have a daughter and a son.
Enough of this gooey show of emotion. All right, everyone, let's dig in. Yeah.
Devin Rattray. Devin Rattray played Kevin's older brother, Buzz. Devin was born into a family of actors and didn't even dream of anything other than an acting career. For the first time, the boy appeared on the screen at the age of 9, and by the time of filming Home Alone, he was already quite experienced. After the resounding success of the film, Rattray expected his career to skyrocket, but unfortunately for the actor, he became a hostage to one role. The guy was invited to act in films, but they were short or low budget. And if the films were serious, Devin got only episodic roles in them. Moreover, the role of Buzz haunted him in real life. The actor recalls that young fans of Home Alone, meeting him on the street, often said that they hated him because Buzz bullied Kevin, although in real life, the actors were friends. In 2021, Devin Rattray returned to the role of Buzz McAllister, who became a police officer in Home Alone 6, but the film received catastrophically low ratings from the audience and claims to be the worst movie of the year. Rattray is also a member of a band where he writes music, plays guitar, and sings. Nothing is known about the actor's personal life. He doesn't attend social events and doesn't answer annoying questions from journalists. The paparazzi managed to find out only that the actor is single. In August 2022, the police announced that Rattray was under investigation on charges of sexual abuse of his girlfriend.
Did you count heads?
11, including me. 5 boys, 6 girls, 4 parents, 2 drivers, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Kristen Minter. The American actress, model, and producer played Heather in Home Alone, the eldest of the children of the McAllister family. She is still acting in films, but her roles are mostly supporting and didn't bring her a resounding success. Her best works include the series Emergency Room, The Mentalist, and This Is Us. At the moment, Kristen is not married and nothing is known about any relationship, but the actress considers herself happy. She has 3 dogs and she spends most of her free time with them. Michael Morona. Jeff, Kevin's brother, was played by American actor Michael Morona. His other famous works were roles in the series Law & Order and in the movie The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Michael had dreamed of a successful career as an actor since childhood, but unfortunately, he never made it to the top. The guy was mainly offered to star in commercials and music videos. He soon ran out of steam and changed his career, becoming a gaffer on television. Morona is married and has a son.
The dope was whining about a suitcase. What am I supposed to do? Shake his hand and say, "Congratulations, you're an idiot"? I'm not an idiot. Oh, really? You're completely helpless.
Hilary Wolf. Hilary Wolf played Kevin's sister Megan. After the release of Home Alone, she got the main role in the movie Big Girls Don't Cry, They Get Even. But despite the success, Home Alone 2 was the last in her career, since acting was just a hobby for the girl. Her main passion was sports. In 1994, Hilary won the World Judo Championships for juniors, and in 1996 and 2000, she represented the United States as part of the American Olympic team. Today, Wolf is married to athlete Chris Saba. Together they train young people in judo and wrestling. The couple are raising 2 sons, and in 2017, the experienced mother wrote a book, The Not-So-Zen Mom, in which she shares the secrets of raising children. Wolf has never regretted her decision to leave the cinema.
You're what the French call les incompetents. What?
Angela Goethals. The role of Linnie McAllister was not the first collaboration with Macaulay Culkin for the young actress. Previously, the children starred together in the series The Equalizer and the movie Rocker Gibraltar. However, Angela didn't appear in Home Alone 2. The girl also starred in the famous films Jerry Maguire, Spanglish, and Changing Lanes. Critical acclaim came to her after the main role in the comedy horror film Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, but she never made it to the top. In recent years, Angela almost completely stopped acting in films. She devotes her time to her family. She is married to actor Russell Sauter, with whom they have a daughter.
There's no way on earth we're gonna make this plane. It leaves in 45 minutes.
Think positive, Frank.
You be positive, I'll be realistic.
Jerry Baman. Jerry Baman is an American actor and playwright who mainly played minor but striking roles, one of which is Uncle Frank in Home Alone. The famous films in which Jerry appeared include Lorenzo's Oil and Runaway Jury. In 2015, the actor ended his career. Baman has been divorced from director Emily Mann for a long time. They have a son, Nicholas. How Jerry Baman lives today is unknown, since he doesn't live a public life.
Merry Christmas.
Robert's Blossom. Old Man Marley, who really scared Kevin at the beginning, was not in the original script of the movie. He was added to make the story more soulful, and the actor and poet, Robert's Blossom, was invited to play this role. In his youth, Robert fought in World War II, then studied to be a therapist, but eventually decided to become an actor. His filmography includes about 50 films, and the role in Home Alone is among his best works. In the late 1990s, the actor ended his career and devoted himself to his family and writing poetry. He was married to Beverly Schmidt Blossom and had 2 children, Deborah and Michael. In 2011, Robert died of a stroke at the age of 87.
Kevin! Merry Christmas!
Brenda Fricker. The role of a lonely woman with pigeons in the second part of the cult comedy was played by Irish actress Brenda Fricker. By that time, she was already the winner of the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in the film My Left Foot, the story of Christy Brown. After the release of Home Alone 2, Fricker continued acting and replenished her filmography with such successful films Inside I'm Dancing, Closing the Ring, and The Farewell. Today, the life of the actress is very similar to the story of her famous character. Brenda is also lonely. After her divorce from director Barry Davis in 1990, she never remarried and had no children. The actress admits that Christmas Eve is very difficult for her. She doesn't leave home and celebrates holidays in front of the TV with her dog.
I love you.
You gotta do better than that.
I love you.
Tim Curry. Tim Curry is an English actor and singer who played the role of a concierge in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. His filmography includes about 200 works. Tim began his career playing in theatrical productions of the Royal Shakespeare Comedy. His most famous works in cinema can be considered the role of the Doctor in the movie The Rocky Horror Picture Show and the evil clown in the 90th film It. Successful roles of villains became the reason for Tim's invitation to the role of the suspicious manager of the hotel where Kevin stayed. After the release of the film, the actor added to his filmography such successful films as Loaded Weapon and The Shadow. In 2012, Curry suffered a massive stroke, and as a result, he now uses a wheelchair. Nevertheless, he continues to work as a voice actor, voicing mostly evil and ominous characters. In 2016, he starred in the movie The Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was a remake of the 1975 film of the same name. Tim is single and has never been married. He also has no children. Some people think that the actor is of a minority sexual orientation, but it's impossible to confirm or refute the claim. The media only knows that he was friends with Freddie Mercury, and being an avid gardener, even designed Mercury's garden.
Oh, no. Nice family.
Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is an American comedian, screenwriter, and producer. Rob began his career by writing scripts for the popular TV show Saturday Night Live, after which he started to get roles in comedy series and films. The first successful work in the cinema was the role of a funny doorman in Home Alone 2. Rob became very famous after the main role in the film Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, but he received the Golden Raspberry Anti-Award for its sequel. Schneider's successful works include the comedies Down Periscope, The Animal, The Hot Chick, and 50 First Dates. In the late 1980s, Rob was married to model London King, who gave birth to his daughter, Ellie. After 2 years of marriage, the couple divorced. In 2011, the actor married for the second time to TV producer Patricia, who gave birth to his daughter Miranda Scarlett a year later. In 2015, the family began acting in the sitcom Real Rob, based on their life, but after 2 seasons, the series got canceled due to the birth of their second daughter, Madeline Robbie. Today, the actor keeps working in cinema and television projects, mainly in stand-up. Schneider tried his hand at film directing, and he's now working with his wife on a comedy about the adventures of a father and daughter. Which character do you like the most?
If you like the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything interesting.